Is this EDC folding knife by Vosteed heading straight into your lineup? Stick around and we'll figure it out. We're back. Okay, welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that's about to take an entire pizza right to the food hole. Today, we're going to talk about this Knurf, which is actually the Vosteed Porcupine. And this Porcupine is in like a sky blue color with a wire clip. And I'm actually going to unbox this one because I don't want to hear anyone weep in the comments that I did not. You guys know I hate unboxing, but this is a pretty sharp box actually. Looks cool. So Vosteed is an interesting company because they sort of been getting on my radar for a variety of reasons, not the least of which that I feel like they're developing their own kind of brand identity with their designs. I really like their kind of animal themed, naming of the Knurfs. Get a little raccoon sticker, a cleaning cloth, a 30-day full money-back guarantee, return and replacement service with their contact info here. I do appreciate that. How to maintain your knife. Got it. And here's the pouch. And here is the Porcupine. Now, I run my lights pretty light lately in the studio. So I don't know if this color is going to come up true. I'll try to mess with it in post. But it is a very sky blue. It's not as bright as it's coming across in camera right now. There's a look at the blade. Perfectly centered. Jimping at the end of the blade and top of the blade. I really love that orange spacer for a pop of color. The wire clip is very well done. I love it. Opening hole, very easy. Detent, easy to overcome, but effective. I love the pop of orange around the pivot. And this is a button lock knife. Very drop shutty. You can do the old Spidey flick. We have a choil right here, which I love. And I love the jimping at the end. This has a wide belly on the Porcupine. Handle in my medium-large mitts is about as perfect as it gets. I can get all fingers on it, even though it's a little on the smaller side. I like that in an EDC knife. Very attractive blade. So a little bit about the Porcupine. The Ferocious Rocky Warrior. A fierce and versatile folding knife that masterfully blends functionality, utility, durability, and style. This exceptional knife reflects our commitment to crafting the perfect EDC tool, shaped by your invaluable feedback and suggestions. Robust top-tier lock and sizable thumb hole to open, secure lockup, keeping your fingers safe. I do love that. That is nice. That your fingers are out of the way. I always appreciate that. Big belly blade, comfort grip, 1.22 inch wide handle. It's a good looking knife. 14C 28N blade. So they're saying that offers really good edge retention, corrosion resistance, and ease of sharpening. We know that steel is a budget steel. So if there's anything I'd like to see changed in the future, it's maybe an upgrade in the steel choices while keeping the prices right around where they're at. I mean, they have great pricing. It's not too high, not too low. Kind of reminds me of Kaiser in the way that they're coming out with their own style. Speaking of Kaiser, let's do a size comparison with my newest Bevel. I gave my old Bevel to a friend, so I actually purchased this with my own money. And as you can see, the Porcupine, it's got a bit more in the handle, a bit more in the blade. The Beaver's a little bit of a tank. The Beaver's heavier. I know that. So I'm going on a hunting trip pretty soon, and I'm bringing this because I actually think this would be pretty good at skinning, so I'm going to give it a shot out there. But let's go ahead and weigh this some grum. And we're looking at 3.5 ounces. Not too shabby. The Beaver with sheath, for example, is 5 ounces. So for more blade and handle, you're actually getting a lighter weight implement, which I appreciate. The action is very satisfying on this knife. The button lock works very, very well. The Spidey flick is there if you want it. I actually kind of like opening this slow style. Feels really good in the hand. The choil is very nice, although you got to be very careful when you switch over to the choil. Be very easy to poke yourself with this. It's very sharp at this part of the blade. It'd be very easy to cut yourself while switching over. The choil is very thin, obviously, so it's not like the most comfortable thing in the world, but you can choke up if you want to. I really love the jimping on this knife, and my camera's having a hard time picking it up, but the jimping at the end of the knife is really nice too. Little finer, but extremely comfortable. Speaking of skinning, this would probably do a hell of a job too, I bet. Just have to be really careful when you choked up, but very, very nice knife. I think this is a hit, and Vosteed has been very kind to me. They're a pleasure to deal with. When I send Kaiser an email and say, hey, I want to check out a certain knife, they tell me where I can go purchase it, which is fine. I don't care. They sent me my first beaver for free, and I don't think that they like that I refer to this as the loneliness hole. And pointed out that the fit and finish wasn't exactly perfect. But I love the beaver. I actually bought this one. I don't mind at all. The coating is coming off almost instantly, but I don't really care. I love the pop of orange, and I'm a huge fan of the beaver. I think this is just like a super cool knife. So Kaiser has a hit on their hands no matter what they think of me. But Vosteed, on the other hand, has been very kind to me. They're a pleasure to work with. I let them know what knives I'm interested in, and they send them right along, and I get to it whenever I get to it, and they don't bother me. Thank you, Vosteed. You're a fine company to work with. Very, very thin, stock, slicey blade. Let's roll in the subscribed Starians while we're messing with this thing. You guys keep the channel alive, and I only make custom Kydex sheaths for members of Subscribestar now. We went ahead and did away with the discount, so I don't have to calculate anything. I've lowered my prices, and my sheath making is exclusive to members of Subscribestar. So thank you very much, guys, for joining. It's $1 to sign up, and I will make your sheaths. So just been getting really, really busy and couldn't make them for everybody. But I'm a big fan of the Porcupine. You guys let me know what you think of it in the comments. Let me know what you think of the steel choice. I can tell you that all the other components of this knife are solid, skeletonized handle. G10 texture is really nice on this. The blue is hard to find. I did find it on Amazon. I'll put a link below if you want to pick it up. I love this knife personally. I do recommend it. With that 14C28N steel, it's actually pretty easy to sharpen. Should put you at around a 58 Rockwell. Not bad. The clip is very, very well done. It's very sharp looking in person. I think better looking in person than it is on camera. I actually really like this knife. And honestly, out of all the flavors, I really like the light blue with the orange now. It stands out in my collection. I think it's very beautiful in person. This is well done. I love the animal theme. Perfectly centered. Great action. I'm sure this is even going to break in more. I freaking love it. The belly is awesome. This is going in my collection. Thank you, Vosteed. I do appreciate you. I would recommend this knife as a buy, especially at the price point of $70. Now, you can debate whether or not you're paying a little bit extra for some of the things you don't care about and you'd rather have an upgraded steel. Totally valid. I completely get that. But it's not a bad steel, and $70 isn't crazy. So it's right on that line for the price. But I like this knife so much so far that it's difficult not to recommend because I am enjoying it. And the button lock is actually pretty cool. So as far as button locks go, I think Vosteed nailed this one. It is breaking in more and more, and I like it a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments of the Vosteed Porcupine. Anyway, that's it for me, and I will see you guys next time right here on 5 Minute Knives.